Since 1985, Tri-Seal Corporation has been manufacturing high-quality seals and installation tools for the fleet industry. Tri-Seal is the only manufacturer of all three types of seals. Two-piece leather series, the choice for difficult and harsh environments. One-piece standard service unitized series, the preferred design for over-the-road applications, and our ultimate hand-installed premium series seal. Tri-Seal is America's best value manufacturer of heavy-duty wheel end components. Welcome to Tri-Seal seal installation video. In these next few minutes, you'll be shown the proper way to install high-quality Tri-Seal wheel seals. After all, proper seal installation is the key to long service life of all wheel end components. Remember that the interface between the seal and axle sleeve must be absolutely parallel. The use of a bearing guide on a manufacturer-specific installation tool will ensure this. The keys to a successful seal installation include 1. Proper seal removal, 2. Spindle and hub bore preparation, 3. The use of proper installation tools, 4. Correct lube usage and application, 5. Proper bearing adjustment and measurement. Tri-Seal supports the use of TMC torque guidelines or the use of the axle nut manufacturer's recommended torque procedures. Now, we'll go through the steps of wheel seal installation and wheel end maintenance. After removing the wheel, remove the old seal and bearings. Completely remove all old lubricant and thoroughly clean the inside of the hub. Clean any old gasket material or adhesive from the gasket surface of the hub. Lay the assembly flat on a floor surface or set the wheel assembly at an angle sufficient to retain the inner bearing cone in the bearing race, 45 degrees or less. Thoroughly clean the hub seal bore, paying special attention to the seal lead-in chamfer and the seal seat. Make sure to repair any damage to the seal bore, as these are potential leak paths. Remove all rust and scale from the axle shoulder with a good axle hub cleaning tool or emery cloth and wipe the surface completely clean. The shoulder must be cleaned back to the depth of the sleeve. Remember, the Tri-Seal sleeve may be 2 to 3 times wider than the seal being removed. Completely clean both bearings with a petroleum distillate-based solvent. Do not use water. Do not mix the bearings, as they must be returned to the same wheel and position from which they were removed. Dry with compressed air. Do not spin bearings with air to avoid the grenade effect. Make sure to carefully inspect the bearings for signs of wear or damage. Pre-lubricate the inner bearing with the same lube to be used in the hub and then insert it in the hub. Select the correct Tri-Seal installation toolset using the catalog guide. Be certain to always include the proper bearing guide. Place the Tri-Seal seal into the correct hub installation tool. Then, carefully slide the bearing guide into the inner bearing. Do not rock the bearing guide through the bearing ID. The bearing guide will provide a parallel path for installation. Using a 3 to 5 pound hammer, drive the seal into the bore until the tool rebounds or there is an audible difference. Hit once more, then stop. Overdriving the seal will damage the seal geometry and cause a failure. Lubricate the seal ID and axle shoulder with the same lube that you'll use in the hub. Lubrication is essential for a successful installation. A dry seal ID will seize on the axle shoulder prior to seating properly and will destroy the seal. Carefully align the wheel assembly and install it onto the spindle. For oil bath applications, fill the hub with fresh lubricant to the bearing cup level. For other types of lubricants, consult TMC RP 631A. Install the pre-lubed outer bearing and adjusting nut. Make sure you tighten prior to removing the wheel dolly. This step ensures proper alignment of all components and reduces the incidence of seal and bearing damage. Install axle nut and torque to TMC RP 618 specs or the axle manufacturer's installation guidelines. On this TN axle, the bearing nut is torqued to 200 pounds, then backed off one turn. It is then torqued to 50 pounds and backed off 1/4 turn. The lock washer is then installed, and the jam nut should then be torqued to 300 pounds to 400 pounds. All this is done while rotating the wheel. We are striving to get end play of 1/1000th of an inch to 5/1000th of an inch. This can be verified with a dial indicator. Bearing adjustment is simple but different with the unitized axle nut. Torque to 200 pounds to seat the bearings and back off a 1/2 turn. Then torque to 75 pounds and finally back off a 1/8 of a turn. Make sure the tabs protrude through the cage holes and you're done. Verify that the wheel rotates freely. For trailer front and lift axles, using a new gasket, replace the hubcap and tighten using a star pattern to no more than 14 foot-pounds. Fill the hub to the indicated full line on the hubcap. For drive axles, follow TMC RP 622. Leather seals require a separate installation process to place the sleeve onto the spindle. If present, remove the old sleeve from the axle using the round end of a ball-peen hammer. When installing the sleeve for a leather seal, place a thin film of non-hardening RTV sealant on the axle shoulder only. Position the sleeve squarely on the axle shoulder by hand. Place the correct sleeve drive plate on the tool body. Carefully place the tool over the spindle to contact the sleeve, then drive the sleeve completely onto the axle shoulder. Check to make sure that the axle sleeve is fully seated on the axle shoulder. Then, remove any excess sealant from the bearing side. You've seen how to successfully install a Tri-Seal oil bath seal. It's critical to follow the axle nut manufacturers or TMC recommended guidelines for proper torquing instructions. Additional product information, training instruction, and applicable TMC RPs are available at our website at www.triseal.com or call us at 800-910-7325. Tri-Seal, America's best value manufacturer of heavy-duty wheel end components.